Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. As I said in some of the previous episodes, I don't know which ones exactly, I was going on a trip and recording a bunch of episodes all at once, and so, as you can see, it's been a while since I played Ranked, so probably a bit rusty. We shall see how it turns out. No games live! Don't give me this. Come on, there's people online. I don't really want to run into any of these people on the ladder. But I guess they're like not on the ladder if they're not on the top live games. Yeah, Massen's playing against Masterbot for whatever reason. I really don't want to find out what's going on in chat. I looked a minute ago and it was just like a mess. I don't know. Not a mess. It could be much worse, but just like people... Never mind. Doesn't matter. Not a conversation I would participate in, but not like outrageous, evil stuff. Well, while we wait, I believe it's possible to jump into a game here, right? I can just say match me up with Masterbot and see how fast I can play through a game. Sure. What is the deal here? There's a lot of big units that should really warp things, right? Like Venge Cannon and Asteri are like big green things. There's like Odin. Deadeye should be pretty bad if because your opponent can respond with Venges. Odin, is Odin good against Venges? I don't really know. But also there's kind of a lot of soak. Maybe the with like these like red soak in particular. Maybe the idea is to focus on tricolor like this with Colossus as your absorber and then Cauterizer as your post-Colossus soak. If you're doing that though, won't Deadeyes be good? At any rate, we want a large number of drones for whatever it is we're doing. Even if we decide we want Vengeance, we want a large number of drones. So, we will get the third entry and see what Masterbot comes up with. Fastmas. Okay, well. This is why Masterbot is not such a strong player. He just sort of like does stuff. I don't know what in this set actually... Like, I know he just sort of chooses tech without any clear reason, but... Supposedly his tech purchasing decisions are biased towards being able to buy stuff in the random set. I guess he just saw, oh look, Cauterizer and Colossus, those are red, I'll build an Animus. I didn't really realize that cutting drones. Oh, we lose. I'm in a bear suit. This is a strong player. I'm not sure how strong, but probably stronger than me. Base plus 8, 60 seconds. So like Fang Hound is kind of cool, but I'm not sure how you do that. Hound Vor also quite cool. Colossus would be great. Like in general, I enjoy building Colossuses, but is it good here when like it requires a larger drone commitment but smaller tech commitment than like Fang Hound? And it gives you this gigantic absorber, which is pretty nice. I don't know, I think against a Colossus player you can just pick up like a Brooder on your way to like Fang Hound, and they're gonna find it hard to protect their Colossuses, is my opinion. Maybe they can do this stuff, but if they do all that, I think you should be able to build enough Fangs to be a problem. I almost passed my turn without building anything. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to go for like Fang Hound, which, as you can see, is 13 drones. But it requires a lot of tech to do all that. Right? Like, BAA is $17. And if you want to like start with a single Animus for Brooder and then build AB the next turn, or on the same turn, that's like 16 drones. You can do that without going third NG, I think. On the other hand, like, why would you? Why not just, well, you can actually go a bit slower if you pick up the blue first for a couple militias and, like, maybe a wall or something. Oride Core? I don't know. So maybe we go DDB next turn for a militia. That seems okay. I'm worried there's some, like, faster, like, high econ thing that I'm... Wow, this sort of surprises me. This doesn't look like anything I understand. I mean, I guess it's some sort of militia thing, but why? Like, militia's fine, but I don't see why you would cut drones for it. Like, the big stuff you want is in red. 12 drones. Not quite enough to build BA. Also, I meant to do this. Okay. AA, I guess, is what I want, right? I can't quite build AAW next turn, even clicking the militia, which I don't really want to do. But if I do this... 13 drones. I'll have 18 bucks is AAW. That seems like pretty dang cool, doesn't it? And then you build Fangs and Hounds? Maybe he rushes me down somehow, but I don't see how. Well, I mean, I guess this is sort of how, right? Next turn he has 3 attack and he's building like 2 more. Is 5. So I'd be building just Fang Wall. Floating a red. Doesn't seem great. What if I built Wall, Hound, Vor? I can afford that. This put on pressure quite a bit faster than I was prepared to deal with. So, no Fangs today. Opponent just looks a bit ahead, honestly. If you, like... I'm up a few drones, but if you, like, turn this Tarsier and Oride Core into 2 drones, like, what opponent has left is more than what I have, I think. They also have found sort of a cool exploit here. I can't just build a wall against this. because they attack for 4. This Warride Core doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is silly. I really wanted those fangs. Opponent just builds what? Wall, Hound, Float a red? Because they need a wall, and that does defend, but what else? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm just over-teched here. It's probably worth it to click this militia to get out and attack her. Although there's something to be said for attacking for 4 instead of 5, so that defending with walls is less comfortable for the opponent, I guess. Maybe in fact this could be a Tarsier? No, that's silly. Yeah, I think it is worth clicking this militia, even though it's just like giving them an NG and giving me only $1. I think since it saves me from floating 3 and lets me get out something really useful, that seems good. It also makes it hard for them to click the Vor, so there's that. Let's remember they're only actually attacking for 7. I guess that doesn't really do anything important to me, but just good to keep in mind. I love it. I'm not doing it on purpose, but I'm like exactly making it difficult for them to defend while buying double Hound 2 turns in a row. Wow. Really? Why? Ah, because you can click the Oride Core. The Electivore is sort of 2 drones. Sure, I guess? Yeah, 2 drones is generally better than 2 engineers. What about if you had like 2 vigilant drones? Would you sack them? That's sort of what this Electivore was, since he was holding it back anyway. I don't know. I mean, our attack numbers are quite similar. I'm up 2 drones. So I'm able to build Wall Hound NG, and he's just building Wall Hound. Which sort of makes up for the extra attack that, I don't know, it seems extremely, like, kind of coin flippy here. Which one of us is, like, we're both doing basically the same thing, right? I'm making $2 extra and building an engineer with it. He's making 1 extra attack. Or is it more than 1? This turn he's attacking for 8. And then I'm attacking for 7 the turn after. Last turn he attacked for 7, this turn I'm attacking for 6. So yeah, it is pretty close. He seems to be like a tempo ahead. He's the one growing faster than, or sooner than I am? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out if there's some, like, if we're in a cycle that I'm going to lose or one that I'm going to win, and I don't really know the answer to that. Really don't like having to build a second wall here. But what can you do? I mean, I could build a rhino to gambit with, I guess. Add a little bit of threat, because he could just build wall NG forever. If I only attack for 7, he wins. In fact, wall hound defends against that, yeah. If I can't build some extra attack or threat this coming turn, I absolutely lose. Since he's adding attack and I'm not. And I'm stuck. So I think that something like this rhino play is necessary to even have a chance, although it looks like it's also losing. I mean, I could hold a drone and build another hound, I guess. But I think a rhino is better than that. Oh no, Wall Hound wasn't defending for him. I don't know what I was thinking. Against 7. Wall NG would be, but he wasn't able to build that. Alright. He did not... The rhino did its job in, like, making a little bit of extra threat. Wall supplies, by the way? He has quite a few more than I do. Okay, so the thing is, against 7, though, he is stable with Wall Rhino, right? He can lose that every turn. Whereas he's doing 9 to me, which is like Wall NG. So we're both stable, but I'm going to run out of walls before I can finish winning. Right? Like, this is another losing position for me. So I have to find something else to do. And I really don't see anything else. Like, I don't know, I guess this... But he just absorbs onto Rhino and attacks, doesn't he? I'd be threatening 7 again, and he'd have 1 NG. Maybe it's not so easy for him to do that. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is not winning. Okay. Well, the other line was also certainly losing. So I thought I'd give this a try. I don't see any other alternative plans I can make here, right? Like... that? You know, that's clearly losing. Okay. I don't know. Don't super care about that. I don't know. I guess it's like he got more damage and less econ. You know, we knew that already. I was surprised. I guess I got sort of drawn in by the excitement of like Fang Hound as like, wow, wouldn't that be cool to build? And it's only 13 drones. But I think it's just unrealistic. There's not enough defense in this set to justify the time you need to invest into economy in the sense both of drones and tech buildings, right? Fanghound is not that many drones, but it's a lot of tech buildings, and so you have to spend a lot of turns not building attack in order to buy it. And so you need reasonably good defense or quite poor offense for that to be worthwhile. But with Hound Vor putting on more pressure, there just is not really enough time for this Hound Fang thing to get off the ground. Plus, like, the militia actually is kind of serious for this because it lets you build one attacker and not have to worry about absorbing your opponent absorbing it. So it's just slightly a good first attacker to go with your Vor or whatever. I'm not totally convinced by this Oride Core. Like, I guess it was fine. It let him get $2 once, and that was it. So I really wanted to do like this, but this is, I'm pretty sure this doesn't work, right? Like, opponent just builds a Hound, builds a Vor, and they're coming at us for 5 next turn. I don't know. Let's say they build an NG as well. I'm not sure exactly why that's necessary, but maybe another forge actually for double Hounds or something. I don't know. But so now, like, they're attacking for so much that I can't build a Hound. I have to build a Fang and float the red. Oh, that's right. That's why they would build another NG, is because I am attacking for 1, and they need to they need to be able to power their Vors. So I would do something like this. Oh, pardon me. There we go. And they get a wall. Pretty comfortable, I think. And build, like, Brooder, maybe? Drone might be a bit pushy. But I don't know, something sort of like this. And my problem is that, yeah, great, I have Fangs, but I can't build the Hounds, and that was like a pretty important part of the plan, I think. And this is just gonna hurt a lot, I think. Although maybe it's better to, like, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. But, like, suddenly I can't even, like, build any more Fangs. I've only gotten 2. Like, this is even worse than what actually happened in the game. So I think my problem was, as I said, seeing 2 units that seem like they'd be great to build together and not really thinking about how much it takes to get there. I thought about how many drones, and I was like, great, not very many. And I think I did some talking about, like, okay, well, you'll have to spend some time building tech, and I sort of imagined, okay, you get the Animus first, and then a Brooder, you know, but you need, like, way too many drones for that. So, what if you get the Militia, and then you can get, like, 2 Animuses at once, and that actually, like, kind of came out pretty well, I think, honestly. Like, if you, like, imagine my opponent wasn't playing, then this is a pretty cool build to get to exactly what I wanted. 13 drones, Fang, Hound. I think that came out well. It just, like, doesn't work in the face of the fact that there are faster, more aggressive units in this set and no way to deal with them in the build that I chose. And I'm sure there were some tactical choices that could have been made differently in the late game, but I was like pretty clearly losing in all of those lines. So not super important. Alright, well that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.